What's going on, guys? Take the video, and today I want to talk about the news that just came out that, well, not just came out, but came out a few days ago that a Overwatch character is gay. Now, why are we talking about someone that is gay and why it should really matter? It really doesn't really matter. I don't even know why this is such a big thing, but apparently it is. And Blizzard just released a comic book, for Overwatch, their big franchise, as you guys all know, and it revolves around a certain character. What this whole dilemma is going about is Tracer. Yes, Tracer, the one that even before this game came out, and I think when it actually did come out, people had issues with how, her pose was in game and how it was like too sexual in a way, and just a bunch of silly stuff that goes on with Tracer. A lot of people, I don't know why they give Tracer so much shit, right? Tracer's cool, okay? I don't get it. I don't know. But beside the point, right? So they released this comic, and it is very much of a joyous, more for the holidays type of comic. You know what I'm saying? All the guys that were watching are all gathered around, the campfire, singing campfire songs and shit, roasting chestnuts, whatever, doing their thing, waiting for Santa Claus, making cookies, hungry. What the fuck? Anyway, back on topic. So I guess in the comic book, Tracer runs out of time to get, this person the gift, right? So she uses her powers, obviously, with her accelerator, I think it's called, like whatever it's called, that makes her run fast. And she rushes, gets her a gift, comes back, and then she has the gift and gives it to a woman that's named Emily. And then afterwards, Emily says that it's perfect. The gift she got her, I think it was like a scarf, whatever. And then they kiss, right? Insinuating and pretty much confirming that Tracer has a significant other of the same sex, aka she's gay. And this actually comes out after Blizzard confirmed that they would be revealing that one of the people in Overwatch is gay, and they're going to be revealing that here pretty soon. And they obviously meant with this that it is definitely Tracer. So aside from, religious reasons, aside from, belief standpoint, right? Like if you're a decent person, right? If you're a person that kind of has a level-headed mind, not really much too much biasy, right? One can come to the conclusion that this doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like at least, from a thought provocation of me, right? If you are doing something that is not affecting me in any type of way or affecting anybody else in a negative connotation, then I don't care what you do, right? You could marry a stove for all I care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like you could dead ass marry like a PS4 or a microphone. Like I don't care. As long as it's not affecting me, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel, right? So I feel like generally that's the overall tone of this news, where like not a lot of people really even care, right? But apparently Russia does care. Now, I guess over in Russia, over in the cold front that is Russia, they have some sort of law here that prohibits gay propaganda. I guess this is a law that's been around for a while, and it actually shows up like when you open up the comic book on Overwatch's website, or just however you get it. There's a pop-up that shows up that translates to, quote, "In accordance with Russian law, we cannot share this comic with our players on territory of Russian Federation." And that is basically them abiding by the gay propaganda law, which honestly kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hindering art, it's hindering content overall. It's kind of like a way of censorship in a way. But hey, man, like it's the law, is how it is. So if you're in Russia and you want to see this comic book, you're gonna have to find another way to figure this out. Maybe use a VPN. VPNs are a thing. Those are a common place here, so you can use that. You can definitely use that to hide your locations, so it doesn't pop up that you're in Russia. Yeah, man, I mean, like, that just kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, it's hindering content in a way, but, just kind of my personal point here, I actually welcome this, you know what I'm saying? This is pretty cool. You say, when is the last time we got a game that's centered, that's not, the overall center, but that includes a, gay character? Let me know, because I don't remember, because usually what we see, is the classic, 30, middle-aged white guy that is your average soldier and as the main protagonist of every shooter. Like, fam, like this brings variety to the space, man. Like this brings a different thing to gaming. It's that like we don't have a lot of. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, this year, 2016, I feel like this is definitely the year of the black protagonist, and this was highlighted on the WWP podcast, the Weapon Wheel podcast by Broken Games HD and Jack Move Johnny and Kids Move Hard, all those guys do that podcast, and they were talking about how this year is definitely the year of the black protagonist, where we got games such as Watch Dogs 2, Mafia 3, FIFA, like all of these games, Battlefield 1, like all these games that centered around, a black protagonist, and that was very very much a good thing because it was very different from what we got in the past years. Because usually we get, like I said, the middle-aged white guy that is always the war hero, you know, gritty, you know, just cutthroat white guy that we always get, and it's very cool to see something different. So hey man, I mean, like, I personally enjoy the change up. Like, it's pretty cool, you know, and it adds depth to the character. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tracer is no longer now just this, you know, girl that, you know, has a British accent and runs really fast. Now, you know, there is context. She has, you know, a partner, you know, she has a girlfriend. You know, that just adds more depth to the character overall. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for me personally, this is a good thing. This adds variety to the space and it gives a whole new outlook on the character that we once loved. But again, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you guys like that Tracer, you know, is now gay? Do you guys think that it adds variety to the character? Do you guys hate it? If you're like that, I guess comment below. Whatever you got your opinion, let me know down in the comments below. Also, we're down, check out the description. Make sure you like, subscribe, share all down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.